Destroy All Monsters should have been the last Godzilla movie in the series, but like most franchises, they had to let greed get the best of them. All Monsters Attack would be called Godzilla's Revenge in America. The movie centers around a boy who constantly daydreams about Godzilla and Monster Island, so Godzilla is technically not even in this movie. A lot of the scenes are just recycled stock footage from Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, Son of Godzilla, and Destroy All Monsters. There's also a subplot where these robbers eventually kidnap a kid and he looks to Mila for advice. All Monsters Attack is undoubtedly the worst Godzilla movie that I've ever seen. It's just a cheap attempt to make money off the franchise. While the dubbing in the series wasn't that bad, this dubbing is really bad.
Yeah? Mina cried just like that did. Gee, that's pretty exciting. You writing like that? From monsters?
What's even worse is the voice acting for Mila.
Godzilla says that I should learn to fight my own battles, you know.
The monster that Mila has to fight is just stupid looking. Is he doing the chicken dance? Then there are just weird moments like, what's this guy doing in the background? I give All Monsters Attack 1.5 stars out of 4. It was the 1970s, and the decade would definitely reflect on what the next Godzilla movie would be about. Godzilla vs. Hedora would be called Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster in America. An alien arrives on Earth and feeds off pollution. This Godzilla movie definitely has an environmental message behind it, and yeah, I'm not a big fan of those kind of movies. One very questionable thing about this movie are the cartoon transitions from time to time. Then later, there's a scene where it's shot in black and white and suddenly goes to color with the sound off this guy's guitar. But I will say that Hedora is an interesting monster in design. Unlike other monsters in the series, this monster can violently turn people into skeletons. Godzilla and Hedora eventually fight, and it's kinda boring to be honest. Look at this, I mean, do I really have to explain why this is silly? Although this one is better than All Monsters Attack, its psychedelic music makes it painfully dated. I give Godzilla vs. Hedora 2 stars out of 4. Just a year later, the next Godzilla movie would be Godzilla vs. Gigan, but in America it was called Godzilla on Monster Island. Godzilla is only on Monster Island for a minute of the movie. Anyway, the movie is about a comic book artist who's hired to work at an amusement park, but he discovers that the people running it are alien cockroaches from outer space. Yeah, try to take that one seriously. They then call upon two monsters. One is King Ghidorah, which, I don't know, sometimes it's King Ghidorah and other times it's King Ghidorah. The other one is Gigan, which, by the way, has a really unique design for a monster. Later, Godzilla and Anguirus get this. Talk.
Something funny going on. You better jack. Oh, yeah.
What were they thinking? The effects are very cheap, and they recycle a lot of stock footage from past Godzilla movies. Do you know what the weirdest thing about this is? That this takes place during the child-friendly era of Godzilla movies, but it sure has a lot of blood and some swearing.
You're a hard bitch.
Yet another generic movie in the Godzilla series. I give Godzilla vs. Gigan 2 stars out of 4.